probably cannot be answered because Chief Maxey is not here, but this is the second month in a row that he has indicated that there has been a DUI arrest. If these arrests are occurring, why are citations not filed and there is nothing listed on those sailors' docket? There's not a DUI for the month of July, nor is there one for the month of August. So I'm curious why, if they're saying that they have these convictions, yet they're not prosecuting the offenders.
I think he's saying they have arrests being made. It would not be unusual for a DUI situation for a lab to be performing work and thus they hold off on the preliminary hearing at Judge Saylor's court until they have the results back from the lab. So sometimes there's a delay. Could be a blood test for which they need it.
So if the blood test comes back negative, that would mean there was never really a DUI arrest because it's not going forward. I mean,
it could be, however, the statute allows not only a blood test or a breath test, but also the officer's opinion. So his opinion.
How many months is the statute until, say, an arrest is made and a citation is filed?
I missed that.
How many months, weeks, what is the statute from when an arrest is made until a citation is filed or a hearing is held?
For a misdemeanor, charges have to be filed within 2 years of the date of the incident.
Oh, so they couldn't have occurred, and it's just a matter of they're not following up on it yet.
Well, unable to follow up this year, yes.
Thank you very much.
They can waive the preliminary hearing.
It's not even made his docket yet to be scheduled for a preliminary hearing. And had he not made the same statement in July, then it would have, been okay. I don't know if this is the same arrest that they just keep recycling, and it has not hit yet.
If you plead guilty, would you go before the judge?
You would.
You would still be around.
Yeah, they can't plead guilty just yet from Judge Saylor. They'd have to do that up at the courthouse.
Okay.
But this isn't the only instance where he's mentioned a crime and it has never made the docket. And this seems to be month after month. So,
If you want to submit something to the manager, you can submit it to the chief.
well, no,
Follow up on
I'll
specifics.
just hold off and see if these eventually appear. Because as you said, let's not put the cart before the horse, but it would be really unfortunate if the crime situation in Lower Frederick is being exaggerated and these things are really not occurring. Thank you.
Roadmaster, Sami.
For the month of August, we've been mowing parks and open spaces, of course. Emergency generators were serviced. We had 3 sewer inspections. We've been road mowing. We paved Upper Frederick. And we got, once they took the oil and chip signs down, we were able to put up the last 2 signs for the police department on Springmount Road, the traffic control. And right now, it's tentatively scheduled. I don't have the exact day, but they're going to do the speed tables the week of September 23rd on Village Drive.
Have any questions, Tom?
I have a question. Are there going to be any kind of restrictions for traffic when they're doing installation that people should be aware of?
No, because depending on where they're working, they're going to be working in one section, and that way that's designed to go out the other way.
Okay.
It's not like we're going to be in front of a driveway where people won't be able to get out. There'll be an inconvenience. You might have to go out a different way they're not familiar with.
Can we get that posted on our website so people are aware of it? Thank you.
Mark? Update on Village Drive speed bumps, you did that, okay, Township Manager.
You got a question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Should we let the school district know, because does the bus come along now?
They won't have a problem.
Township manager.
All right, the escrow release for B-Team Investments. The way the escrow is set up for B-Team Investments, the payment for professional services is in that escrow. So looking to release $1,919.75 from the escrow to pay the professional staff's bills that we have approved.
Also move the release of that escrow.
Second. Any questions? A vote? Aye.
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 All right, and then just trying to clean house a little bit, we have some old documents, old sewer bills, sewer payments, and time cards that we'd like to destroy in accordance with the laws of the state, legislative laws. So there's a resolution 29-13, be it resolved by the Board of Supervisors of Frederick Township, Montgomery County, whereas in virtue of resolution 1913 adopted September 3rd, 2019, Township of Lower Frederick declared its intent to follow the schedules and procedures for the disposition of records set forth in the municipal record manual approved on December 16, 2008. Whereas in accordance with Act 428 of 1968, each individual act of disposition shall be approved by resolution of the governing body of the municipality. Now therefore, it is resolved by the Board of Supervisors of Lower Frederick Township, County of Pennsylvania, in accordance with the above cited municipal record manuals, hereby authorizes the disposition of the following public records: FN 23, utility paid service receipts, 7-year retainage. So we're looking to get rid of quarterly sewer payment vouchers prior to 2011. FN-3, accounts receivable files and ledgers, 7-year retainage. So we're looking to get rid of sewer billing and cash receipts journals prior to 2011. And PL-14, payroll, time cards, and attendance records. They have a 3-year retainage, so anything prior to 2006.
We have to make a motion to resolution number 2019-13.
Also move.
Second. Any questions?
Mark, can you just explain, or Andy, this is typical procedure done in other municipalities? Sure. Yes, Pennsylvania law requires that if you're going to destroy records, they have a resolution, so there's a record of what you destroyed, and the destruction is approved beforehand by the Board of Supervisors. Done in every municipality.
Any questions? A vote? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Solicitor.
First, I want to note that the board conducted an executive session prior to the meeting tonight concerning personnel issues. Next, I have the EAC ordinance amendment for consideration by the board. This would amend 2 sections of the existing Environmental Advisory Council ordinance. First, as regards the composition and responsibilities, it would remain a 7-member volunteer council appointed by the Board of Supervisors with direction and charges as previously laid out. However, it clarifies that if the EAC comes forward and identifies issues or problems, that they bring that to the Board of Supervisors for consideration. Second amendment is that the Board of Supervisors delegates to the EAC the power to designate chairman of its own council by a majority vote of the EAC. And so if the board is of a mind to consider this, this would be a motion to authorize advertising.
I see Warren here for the EAC. Is the EAC, do they accept these changes?
From my recollection, I don't think anybody had any disagreement with anything that's in that.
We have a motion then to accept this. So moved.
I'll second.
Any questions? A vote?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, next is an installation and maintenance agreement for a grinder pump and low pressure sewer system. So there's, anytime a property owner wants to connect up to the sewer system and uses a grinder pump, for the most part, municipalities require a grinder pump operation and maintenance agreement, which is what you have before you. And this is for the Dunkin' Donuts property, and Saxon Sons has signed the agreement, so that's ready for consideration by the board, but I'd suggest that the chairman recuse himself.
I recuse myself from that. Marla?
Is it recusal?
Yes, so
Okay. So do we have what do we have to do?
a motion to authorize
Motion to authorize.
the vice chairman to sign the O&M agreement.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Can I vote to authorize myself to sign it?
Yes,
So moved.
Can I second?
you can second and
I
vote.
second. Any questions? Warren?
I'm just curious as to why we need a grinder pump at a high elevation like that, and you're recused, but you're allowed to tell us, right, Terry?
I can tell you, I can, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, the reason why is the builder had another contractor put the line in inside the building, out of the building, and he was too high. We were 5 inches, it needed 5 inches, and he had the pipe too low coming out of the building.
So it's because of the construction mistake?
That's correct. The contractor that built the building had another contractor do the digging for the plumber. And he had measurements to where to be, he was told. This is the stuff that happened.
I'm just a little bit surprised because you've had such a great opposition to grinder pumps that you wouldn't prefer to fix the construction mistake. It's not right.
If you can't get a gravity flow, there's nothing you can do. You're right. And I still am, but there's nothing you can do. You're stuck with it. You think, no, you're not happy when you're stuck with this, that you gotta make it work.
Okay.
Sherry Schweikert, 109 Wayne Road. In some previous meetings, we learned that the grinder pumps create sewage that's more expensive to dispose of because of the time that it sits in the line. Do grinder pump residents or businesses pay a different rate than gravity fed?
No, probably it's just that you gotta go uphill a little bit. I mean, someplace you gotta go. Let me put it this way, I put some in New Hanover Township and it was a 95-foot head lift. Okay, that's what the pump had to do, is push it up 95 feet head lift. Now this here is really, this pump here set in is only picking it up and sending it within 5 inches difference.
Yeah, my question was more generally, if we're installing grinder pumps, do those people pay the same rate, and do businesses pay the same rate as residents?
Yes, it's not the residents, no. Business do not, no. They're more expensive. They pay more. Business pays more for sewer connections. Or their monthly rates, their quarterly.
But maybe Mark would have the details for me now, maybe or something like that.
If you want to talk to Mark, then you can set up and talk to Mark. Okay. Yes.
Dan or Patrick, I'm just curious, is if we wind up at some point in time in the future of the township installing more grinder pumps, because I don't think there are too many in the township. I know the school has one, right? And a
They
few others.
have a big pump. They do not have a grinder, but they have a pump station up there.
And going back to what Sherry said, there's a number of people who reported to at one of these meetings that the results of the grinder pump action is to provide septic versus sewage, and it's more toxic and it requires additional treatment, or it could cause additional treatment. Is it possible for a community to charge a different rate for sewage that's coming to the wastewater treatment plant that was grinder pumped versus just regular gravity flow? I'm just curious because if we do wind up in a situation where a community winds up that way, if it does cost the township more to process it, can we levy a different fee for that? That's just a question for.
I think would have to go back to the Municipal Authorities Act and read through that with me and come up with an answer. Just don't know off the top of my head.
Can we table that and we'll alert Carol? And Mark, can you send that question to Carol to be prepared for the next meeting?
And it seems like a reasonable question to ask. If everything everybody said, that experts that come here said it's more expensive and could cost us more, be more expensive. Process that material, we should find out if there's a way to offset our additional expenses. Thanks, and I'll wait for Carol's answer.
Are there no more questions? There's one more question.
Hi, Noel Walter, Main Road. Is there any way you could probably just maybe glance over some of the language in the maintenance agreement that specifies who's responsible for it?
Yeah, okay. What happens is it's the property owner who is responsible for the operation and maintenance of that grinder pump, except the township wants to have, and the township gives to itself in this agreement, the ability to come in if the property owner fails to do what they need to.
Will the township be responsible for the inspection of it at that point then?
Well, the township has the ability to inspect
Okay.
and the ability to repair all of the cost of the property owner.
I'm sorry, what was your first name again?
Noel?
Noah.
Any other questions? Can we have a vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And the last item I have is to follow up on Mr. Jacobs' question about the stormwater management ordinance and occupancy permits. And looking at that a little more, I just want to come back to it, that section 509N of the MPC says that if there is the standard escrow agreement in place and the streets have been improved to mud-free condition, then a municipality cannot withhold UNO permits in that situation. So when the planning commission looks at that ordinance, they'll have to take that into consideration. And then in the meantime, of course, if anything comes up along those lines, we take the MPC into consideration as regards enforcement. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Bob Burns, Interville Road. Andrew, you said that it goes on their escrow requirements that the developer has, right? That they have to, how did you say that? As long as they're-
If they had chosen to escrow money to guarantee the improvements,
Right.
essentially, under that scenario, the municipality cannot withhold UNO permits.
Okay. So from my understanding, they have done a letter of credit or a bond for that. And they were supposed to have $20,000 for professional services in escrow. As of tonight's meeting, if we go through our treasurer's report, their escrow is at $2,600 for the last 3 months. So that means either we did not bill them to get it back up to the $20,000 figure, or they are not paying. So
Good
what
question.
I'm trying to say to you is that would be not really a default, but, you know, good practices, they want to keep their thing going. So,
Township engineer can take a look at that escrow once a year, so I suggest that we ask Carol to take a look at that specific situation.
and I believe at the last meeting, you were here, we had talked about once the project's over a year old, that, I don't know if it's the FTC or where it states it, that the township can go ahead and add additional 10% to that retainage.
Yes, but always with the idea that it represents the fair value for the completion of the improvements. So there's a formula in the NPC, you're right, and so that's part of what Carol would look at.
Thank you.
Linda Johnson, Simmons Road. Regarding the escrow, Mr. Berners just spoke of, that was for the professional service agreement, and that does appear on the treasury reports. At the February 5th meeting, and again, there was an escrow release, I believe, of the financial security, for $659,000, leaving a balance of, I don't have it written down, I believe, $1.5 5 million or something like that. Those figures and that information are not showing up on our treasury reports. So is there a separate account for these financial security accounts, or is it just a bond? And just the transactions are done on paper?
It depends what kind of security was given to the township at the time that they that were given the plans to be recorded. So it could be a letter of credit for which no cash at the township. It could be cash
It's just done
for
on
which
paper.
we'd have a separate account.
Yeah. Would it be possible, maybe going forward, that although it sounds like these accounts or these financial securities that are being posted are not being put through the township's accounting system because they're not appearing on the financial reports, is there any way that we could, have a running balance of what they have, or is that something?
I don't see that done in municipalities, likely because it's not the township's money. Rather, the township is the fiduciary holding that money to the side
But
to
if
make
they
sure
don't-
the improvements are completed.
But if they don't complete the improvements, then it will be the township's
It
money.
could,
And if too much is being released and not enough is being held, then the township's going to be on
that's a
the...
separate question for
The town-
which, if you have a concern about that, I'm suggesting give that to the township manager to pass on to the engineer so she can take a hard look at that specific question.
It would just be nice to know, to let the township, the constituents know how much they may be on the hook for if they were to fall on the project or not do the improvement.
Of course, the idea is it's not only what's required to complete the improvements, but some contingency in there, some building.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Planning Commission?
Planning Commission, we did not meet in the month of August. We will have a meeting in September to discuss a sketch plan on Little Road. Carol's not here to confirm that, but I'm probably sure we'll be talking about it. And then we also have some revisions to our subdivision and land development ordinance that hopefully will be finalized in time for our September meeting. As Mark knows, we lost our planner back in August, and I've not gotten notification from our new planner from the county yet. Although I've been told that there is one. I don't know whether you've gotten anything, Mark. I asked them last Friday to please send an email of introduction. I haven't received that yet, but
I haven't heard from Eric.
yeah.
He called us and told us that the other lady was done.
Right. Yeah. No, I spoke with Eric on Friday, and I asked him to just send a letter of introduction so you had all of the person's information. Carol had it. So I'll follow up with a phone call tomorrow.
Chuck, a comprehensive plan?
I've got that one. At the August meeting, we spent some time talking about one of the main